Hello everyone, welcome today to the topic emotion and the higher emotion. There are different between these two. One is better than the other, but what is good and what not? That is every time the question. Then the normal emotion, the spontaneous emotion, help us to understand the situation and reflects us. But we are also lost in the same time, then we are too deep in the things and we don't see the complexity and the whole scenario. So we are away from the connection between all. So it's more about us from the external and internal. There we go in. And then I show you the higher emotion. And when you start to understand this, you can also reach this. You can understand, and when you understand, you can go in the deeper understanding. But the understanding is not the understanding here is the higher understanding. So yeah, we go in that you understand. Sometimes it sounds complex, but it isn't. So the thing is, before the motion is here, the energy arises, the energy comes, and the reaction is then in the end version the emotion we have, or the higher emotion, or once more. The thing is, here the normal emotion, how they comes. The energy comes. Energy arise. Now it comes from somewhere, a trigger point from external. So external comes a influence, a trigger, a situation, something influence us. And from external, and then internal comes a reaction. So to evaluate the situation, what is it? We start to evaluate interpretation. What is it? What is connected to us? And then comes also with the experience. Last time I have this experience, so I have to react like this. That's not happen like this, or I react like this, then it's every time the same. So you see, we go with this normal emotion in a primitive state, you can say like this, then we are not there anymore complete. We lose ourselves in the emotion. Many people start maybe now become emotional and say, no, that's not true. The emotion is like this and da. That's exactly what I talk about. When I say things in the videos and it's like, that's the emotion. When the energy arises, we can choose love or hate, in which form of emotion we want to go. So there comes the other states of compassion, sympathy, going to empathy, and we reach mercy. There, this four is a whole topic we can go in another time more deeply, but there is the state which level we have there, and from this level we have there, we are in the spontaneously normal emotion, what is mostly completely okay to work with these things and understand what this influence us, but is mostly not a fair reaction we give to the surrounding. Then we not ourselves, mostly we lost ourselves. Yeah. The truth is sometimes hard. then the higher emotion is stronger but is not affecting us. So in the normal emotion, we go up and down, up and down. We get something, wow, we lose it. So we go up and down, up and down, up and down, and we're shaken and we are not happy anymore. We lost ourself. Then this goes up and down, up and down, up and down, and yeah, we go tired of it. The higher emotion is with the deeper understanding. We see like the connection and the whole things comes before it comes. So before the emotion arise, we see the energy and we see the connection from all, and then we go again in the four states there: compassion, sympathy, empathy, and mercy. So when we go with the mercy state, empathy state is possible there also go in this high state, but with mercy we are going in the higher state of the deeper understanding, and we are completely there. We don't have to suffer with the other or things like this. We don't have to support the suffering anymore. We understand in a deeper, higher level. So we are there very clearly and can help the other person with clarity. So there is the thing. I know I don't have to react anymore. Then I understand the connection between all the different things. So I see it, I understand it, so I don't have to react anymore. And when I react, then with complete conscious. Yeah. So this is really recognizing from the arising energy. We see it comes, something comes. So something affects us. We see as affecting us, something comes here, and then we transform it and go in the deeper understanding and react in a state of clarity. So in this state of clarity, the emotion is stronger. I don't like anymore to say there the higher emotion. In a way it is, but well, it's just a definition. We are not attached on this, but like it's so a other level of deepness. Like with this is so powerful. So in the same thing, I get something. I'm wow, so beautiful. I lose it. Wow, so beautiful. It's same. We don't make different anymore between. We understand why things happen and why things are. For sure, it gives different, but it's not to give the difference there. So there is the paradoxum of understanding. There is the complexity of the whole thing. But when we are just try to reach it with our brain, we are not able. We have to go with our mind, but be not attached. We want to take it like this. We just have to become the eagle and fly in the heaven and looking, and then we see all the things, but we are not attached. So this is why in meditation we try to go in this state of eagle, to just observe and not to react. And when we see, we can react, we can go and but we don't have. So you see, with practice, you start to understand. We start to understand we don't have to react every time like this. Then we start to see the connection. But the danger things is there for many people. They wanna like to have the higher emotion, the higher thing. But it's not about have this or this. So have them normal, spontaneously emotion is wonderful. Then it gives us the ground understanding of the duality, and this gives us the understanding from the non-duality. So in this existence, in this duality, it helps us to understand how things are, and we have to work with the emotions that we understand it completely, that we really go in the higher emotion. When we just think we want to go there, we never go there. Then is above the thinking. The normal thinking is a higher form. It's to think without thinking. Yeah. To see without seeing. So we see all. The thinking without thinking. We think all, but we think nothing. So it's like, yeah, it's something you don't can describe. It is how it is. It sounds sometimes a little bit weird, but there is not anymore the thing we want to grasp or we want to do something. It is how it is, and we just see it. We see the clarity, we see the truth between all. And then, for sure, many things you don't do, then you see what is the effect there also. So to stop the suffering is to understand the whole thing. So work with the emotion. You don't have to go in the emotion every time directly. So when you see our emotion comes up, don't go in the emotion completely. When it's the situation you can do it, then go for it. But this gift situation is not good to go too much in the emotion. When you at your job, it's probably not perfect when you go every time in the emotion. Then for the business, it's not good. There, we save this point. And make a reflection later. So music, smelling, like different things we see, like many things have an influence and trigger us. So when we know what was the trigger there, we can reflect the whole situation. So later in the evening, I go sitting and make a reflection on my day, and then I see why I react, and then I go in the moment directly. This is something to practice a little bit, but with the time you can do like this, and you can live the moment once more. So you go there and go in the situation again, and see what the other person say, see was your reaction, then what's happened, and then try to arise the spontaneous emotion, the normal emotion, and lift this emotion out. So start to cry, start to laugh, just do it for yourself, in a moment for yourself, and there you really can work. So once, when I was cleaning all the emotion things, I know some good music, some good sounds, what is triggering me. So I just take some really trigger music and listen to them, and then I go for a run. I go for a run and go with this trigger, go with my thoughts, and go really in to push the emotion out. And I was running and crying like, oh, yeah, funny story, but it was like the movements helping to cleaning out. With the music, it's pushing, and here the thoughts of my experience before bring all together and bring it out in one moment, and work with this to understand how things happen. So become the observer is this what I mean with ego. When you become the observer, you start to understand. Yeah. And you go in higher states of everything, so you react differently. But you can go there to the normal emotion, spontaneously emotion, and work then again there and go in again in the higher. So when you every time just think you have to be in the higher emotion, that's not truth. The normal emotion help us to understand the higher ones, and the higher ones help us to understand the normal ones. So both are different, and one is higher for sure. Then this is the reaction. You bring more balance for yourself and for the surrounding, and the normal emotion brings more disbalance for you and for the surrounding. So the low one is like for bring confrontation, and confrontation help us to arise to change ourselves and transform. Without confrontation we don't do something. So the emotion that triggers, that's a good thing. So here is again, the bad thing is the good thing sometimes, you know. So, and these ones help us to arise, the high ones, and we help also others. But for bring clarity for ourselves and for others, and a good solution is in the highest state better. But you know, it's need all things to clean ourselves. So high and low doesn't exist. We make just definition that we can talk and start to understand, and then we move there right around. But yeah, in the other four states, like compassion, sympathy, empathy, and mercy, is mercy really the thing you help in the end the people the most, but they don't like you anymore. Then there you're also not so, you looks like you're without emotion, but you're in a higher form, and they reach, sometimes they don't can see it. But yeah, then empathy, the higher form is a mercy. So there is like what they say, we have go there another time more deeply in. But I hope you start to understand like the differencie between like the normal emotion and the higher emotion. So when something happens, before the emotion is there, try to see from where it comes. When the emotion is there, for sure you have to see from where it comes, that you start to understand. And with the time you see something, wow, it starts to burn inside and didn't want to go in one way. And when it burns, just when the fire is starting, look, and before it's too big, you can control the fire. But when it's too big, you don't can control it anymore, and you're completely in the emotion, and you're lost. You don't see anymore the reality and the whole thing. You're just here, like in a tunnel, and you don't see it anymore. So there is really the key. Become the observer. Start to understand. Start to see the things before they happen. It's step by step. Let your time. All people need different time, and all is good, but make your steps forward. Practice with yourself. Make your daily practice. Cultivate and start to understand. Just sit down. When you meditate and it's not a perfect meditation, you're not the observer, too many thoughts, then make the puzzle system. And more like feelings, thoughts, experience. Bring the different things together. Make like little puzzle. Oh, this comes together, put it away. And then you're just looking what is matching together and bring things together. You don't go in the little things. You just take the things and bring together away. Or think just all thoughts, all sentence, all things what is there comes. It's just like leaves in the wind, and the wind comes like with meditation. And you just see the different leaves. You don't take the leaves anymore. Yeah, all is good, you know. It's Some days are perfect, very deep, and other days not so. So don't judge it. Just do it what is possible, and all comes good. We are all on the way, and we are all different, and the days are different. So don't judge too much. Just be and practice, and you will see. Life is hard, but it's still so much light there when you look on the right side. Don't look every time in the darkness. When you just look in the darkness, for sure you see the darkness. But when you look to the light, you see the light. So it's about sometimes about where you look. And what we say here, the things, what is trigger us, what is pushing us, is this what's helping us to understand more deeply. Without this, we come less forward. So the hard things is sometimes really a good thing. I say this very often, but this is the truth. So when you have a hard time, it will come. But look that also you make the step, that the change comes, that the possibility to change. Yeah, there is. We have to do it in the end also, and sometimes it's very hard, but you know, you can do it. Yeah, we all can do it. We are on the way, and we can support each other. Then everyone from us have sometimes harder and sometimes less hard times. So yeah, see life how it is, and it's wonderful. We just have to see the beauty, not just the ugly. And then in the end, we see both is both, like make no difference in the end. So have a wonderful day and see you next time. All the best.